Every morning the world starts quietly, one soft light at a time. Homes flicker awake, shops open. People take those first small steps into a brand new day. And in all of that ordinary movement, there's something kind of extraordinary. A moment worth noticing, a spark you feel before you even name it. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's small, but kindness shows up right on time. And every morning we choose to show up with you so we can look for that spark together.
Good morning. I'm Matt Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, and this is Kindness Rising. Let's rise together.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome into Kindness Rising, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, on the mark. It's so good to see you, everyone here. Welcome in. Get involved in the chat. Sully beat you all to it, as he does. Jess is here. I am glad you are all here. Friday, wow. Let me ask you guys a question. Sully, Jess, what were you worried about when you were 14 years old? Think about it. What were you doing? What did you believe? Now imagine living through a moment that historians would write about forever. Today we're looking at June 5th, and what's fascinating isn't any single event, it's the perspective. Because on this day, a future genius entered college, a continent began rebuilding, a rock star shocked America, a future cabinet secretary lost his father, and the world first learned about a disease that would change our history. 5 events, 1 date, 1 lesson. Perspective changes everything. Good morning, Mom. Roseanne Roof in the house. I hope you've recovered from your guests. Absolutely. I know everybody had a blast, Mom. So, yeah. Awesome. Thank you all for joining. We are going to get it going right now. You know, lately I've been doing this. Wait, what happened today? Or that happened today segment. And it started simply as something I thought would be fun, a little history, a little trivia, a chance to learn something new for myself and satisfy my own curiosity about people and events and the world that came before us. But as I keep doing it, the more I've realized it's opening something bigger, something really interesting, and that is a different way of looking at history itself. Right? Most things don't become history. Moments happen and then they disappear. People wake up, they go to work, they raise families, worry about their bills, celebrate victories, endure setbacks, and the day just passes. But every once in a while, something unusual happens, something exciting, something unexpected or unlikely, and those are the moments that stick. The moments we drag back out years later when we're trying to understand something in our own lives, when we're confused, when we're uncertain, when we're searching for context. History becomes lessons about dates and facts and more. It becomes less about dates and facts and more about stories, about pattern, perspective. Whether that's Isaac Newton walking into college or Elvis, we're going to talk about Elvis, or a 14-year-old boy who suddenly lost his father. What we're really talking about are human beings living through moments they couldn't fully understand at the time. And just like that, that's what I love about this segment now. History simply just gives us enough distance to see the lessons more clearly, but it's still about the present. Absolutely. And maybe that's today's reminder. The moment that we're living in right now might just feel ordinary, but someday it may be part of a story that helps someone else make sense of their own. What are we facing today, and what stories will we face today? Maybe we're just a little too close to recognize how important they just are. Thank you so much. Keith, what is up, dude? Glad you are watching. Each day is a blessing, Roseanne. Absolutely. I had forgotten to rock into the notes. We made it out safely. Yep, we've seen this before. Yes, Sully, I got it. I get what you're saying entirely. Absolutely. Well, thank you all very much. There it is. Fading out. We are going to do a Who in the World. We are going to do our 5 moments in one day. Wait, that happened today? We'll do a kindness spotlight connected to it all, of course, and then we're going to keep the Who in the World going. But in order to keep the Who in the World going, we got to get it started. So here's our first clue for today. First clue for today. This person was an early member of a group that became huge, but they left. They left before the world really got to know them. Who are we talking about? A person was an early member of a group that became huge, but left before the world really got to know them. That is clue number 1 in our Who in the World today. All right. Stick with us for another clue in just a moment, but first, a message from me. No, we don't have sponsors. We just have me talking about, wait, that happened today? June 5th. June 5th, that's today, and it's seen some remarkable events. Yep. The more I've come to realize history isn't just a collection of dates, the more I do this, the more I see it as a collection of moments. Yep. Let's look at 5 of them. Number 1, Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton entered Trinity College at Cambridge. He wasn't Isaac Newton. Nobody knew who this guy was. He wasn't a genius. He wasn't a historical figure. He was just a student. Kid that walked into a institution and came out giving us the laws of motion and gravity and some of the most important scientific discoveries in human history. A reminder that every expert begins as a beginner and every legend begins as a student, and sometimes the future arrives quietly. Sir Isaac Newton today was one of, more like I suck Newton. What? MMA, UNC. Who are you? What's wrong with Isaac Newton? You don't like him? You don't like gravity? You want to be high and floating around? MMA, UNC? Oh, Sid Barrett. Wow, Sully. Nice pull, but no, not it. Not it. Great pull, though, on Sid Barrett. Wow, we can talk about Sid Barrett in a little bit. But first, I got to get to the second. MMA UNC, you got something to say about the Marshall Plan? Let's hear it. 1947, June 5th, the Marshall Plan is announced. It's totally unnecessary, dude. Whatever. Yep. Just 2 years after World War II ended, U.S. Secretary of State George Marshall proposed one of the largest rebuilding efforts in modern history. Europe completely destroyed, cities shattered, economies collapsed, millions of people displaced. Instead of focusing on punishment, leaders focused on the rebuilding. Absolutely, the Marshall Plan helped stabilize economies and restore infrastructure and lay the foundation for growth. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most courageous response to destruction is construction. All right, so far those are 2 of our 5. Isaac Newton, Marshall Plan announced. Here's another one that immortalized in Forrest Gump, along with a lot of other things, but Elvis Presley on the Milton Berle Show. Essentially a national panic. What is this guy doing? Parents were horrified. Critics of said his performance were inappropriate, and teenage girls, they just screamed and loved it. Suddenly, America was having a conversation about culture, about youth, and about change. And every generation eventually discovers that the next generation listens to strange music, makes questionable fashion choices. Absolutely. Also, every generation, as we come up, we're convinced we're seeing something entirely new. History suggests otherwise. I'll never forget what my father said to me as things were starting to change. I was growing into an adult. We were having more adult conversation, and I'll never forget the line he said, "Every generation thinks they invented sex." I love that line. Because it's new to us, right? Every generation is convinced they're seeing something entirely new, but history suggests otherwise. All right, that's 3. You got through 3 of them? Oh, okay. How's the music? Is it too loud today? It's up there. All right, Elvis shocked America, and then the real shock. The real shock, June 5th. We're going to bring it down, bring the emotions down a little bit. RFK. California Democratic primaries all set, doing his victory speech, and he was assassinated. Sirhan assassinated him. But what came back to me as I was thinking about that is that, and I said it before, RFK Jr., love him, hate him, whatever it might be. I'm not going to talk about the politics, whatever. Just sit for a second with the fact that his father, at 14 years old, was murdered nationally. So that's got to have a little bit of a impact on you, for sure, right? A tragedy that would reshape the rest of his life, for sure. So every time I see RFK Jr. and I hear the voice and whatever, I do think about the fact. I try to see that human side of, he was a 14-year-old kid when his father was murdered. Okay. I mean, Bruce Wayne became the Batman because of that. All right. Anyway, I don't think RFK Jr. is quite Batman, but he talks like him, I guess. Maybe that's it. That's the connection. I just made the connection. RFK Jr.'s voice is imitating Batman subconsciously because of his connection of having his parent murdered. Okay, I tried to make light of it. Maybe it didn't work, but I think about it. He talks like this on June 5th. All right, well, I'm done. The first, here it is. I guess I went from high points to low points. Jeez Louise, I guess I didn't think about this too much until I'm talking about it right now. The CDC published a report. Maybe we're making connections. Department of Health and Human Services, all this stuff. June 5th, the CDC publishes a report describing a rare illness affecting 5 young men in Los Angeles. What's not good, Mom? My voice? My RFK Jr. imitation? Oh, Lord. No, none of it is good. None of it is good. Definitely getting worse. June 5th, the CDC published a report describing a rare illness affecting 5 young men in Los Angeles. Nobody understood what they were seeing. There was no roadmap, no clear answers, no understanding of what would come next. But what followed would become the defining public health challenge, I think, of the late 20th century, if not the, then one of the. But it would become a story of scientific innovation, of activism, of caring, of resilience, and of extraordinary human compassion. Another reminder that history often begins long before we realize we are living through it. The AIDS epidemic the AIDS virus, the first paper about this rare disease that people couldn't figure out, these 5 guys in Africa, released today. All right, so that was a little bit of a weird, what? Wait, that happened today? My imitation and the conversation? Oh, you don't like my conversation? Okay. All right. Well, we move on from politics. I was just being a little ridiculous. Just being a little ridiculous. No disrespect meant for anybody. All right. That's it, man. Those are the 5 moments. The 5 moments, 5 completely different stories. A student, a continent, a rock star, a very public family, a medical mystery, and yet all of them remind us of the same thing. History isn't made by those historical figures. It's made by ordinary people who become historical figures in those extraordinary moments. Just like us. The end. All right. Well, that was a little bit different about weight that happened today. All right. Yeah, those are five big things that happened. All right. Now let us move along. It's time for clue 2, I guess. I guess it's time for clue number 2. So, all right, well, let's start with clue number 1. Was an early member of a group that became huge but left before the world really knew them, which absolutely, Sully, Syd Barrett fits that clue definition. That was an awesome pick, but it's not the one. But we can talk about Floyd and Pink and Syd Barrett and all that too. But how about this one? It's probably not going to help you much, but I thought it was fascinating, right? We were talking about history, and we were talking about family and legacy, the Kennedy family. This person, not a Kennedy, let's get those words out, distantly related to one of America's most famous dark romantic literary figures. Not really connected, but you know what? It's Nathaniel Hawthorne. I figured, I was trying to be serious, then I'm like, you know what? If somebody knows that this person is distantly related to Nathaniel Hawthorne, then they know. So either you know or you don't. But their person was an early member of a group that became huge but left before the world really knew them. Kind of a garbage clue that if somebody knows, I'll be blown away, and that's amazing. I guess I'm giving you a chance to blow my mind. Distantly related to one of America's most famous dark romantic literary figures. Might have something in common with RFK Jr. and RFK and JFK too. I just threw you an extra clue. Might have something, but not a Kennedy. Okay, here we are, rocking and rolling. Let's see, what have I got? Oh, I got to hit a spotlight, right? Let's do our spotlight. All right. Let me share our spotlight today. Today's kind of spotlight does go out to the Legacy Project. The Legacy of Project. Trying to say that more clearly. Here's the thing. History isn't really a collection of dates. It's a collection of lessons that are survived, stories that survived, wisdom that survived. And that's exactly why the Legacy Project's work is so important. Absolutely. Their mission is centered around strengthening connections between generations and helping people share life lessons, stories, experiences, and perspectives that might otherwise be lost. Mom, we've been talking a little bit about legacy and about ancestry and stuff. I'm sure the Legacy Project is another place we might find ways to do it. But here's the thing that I love and the beauty that I love about this. Read the mission. Multi-generational friendship and storytelling, seeking to combat social isolation and loneliness. Document life stories and foster a future where, Mom, that word is in here though, age is no barrier to friendship. I love that. Absolutely. Love the Legacy Project. As a matter of fact, talking about it and thinking about it is bringing back memories for me of when I was a child. I was in middle school and I had a program. I don't even remember how it happened. Mom, maybe you remember. How did it happen that like once a month in middle school, I would do a field trip with kids to a nursing home, and we would have our partners, our friends, our individuals who were living there, and we would tell stories and put on skits and plays and stuff. I don't remember how that happened, but I remember it as being a meaningful moment, that intergenerational sharing of stories and reminders that while history may happen one moment at a time, it's really fast forward one conversation at a time. Absolutely. Jess, yep, absolutely. The HIV thing, yep. All right, yeah, we're all living libraries, right? We all have something to share, something to tell, our story to tell, whatever the case may be. So I look forward to learning more stories from some more people and sharing my own stories. That's one of the reasons why I'm here, is to share my stories. Absolutely. All right. What'd I miss? Well, I was going to ask this question, but it's kind of an interesting question to think about. I'm not going to make it a big thing, but what do you think people are going to be talking about 50 years from now? When I'm 104, God, maybe. My grandmother was 104, so I could get there. But 50 years from now, what are people going to be talking about? Is it something that feels loud today, or is that just going to pass and just be part of what we are? I don't know. It's going to be very, very interesting for all of us to live through and see. If you've got ideas of what you think people will be truly talking about. I hope I'm here, 104 years old, sitting here in my studio, talking about, I remember 50 years ago, I was asking, what do you think you're going to be 50 years from now? And I'm going to sound like that too. Oh, I'm going to be old. Why is that an old people voice? I don't know. Ridiculous. All right. I'm just burning seconds with all of you. I'm just glad you're here, getting going on a Friday morning on Mornings in the Lab Network and Kindness Rising. We are getting up and getting after it today for sure together. We're going to get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends for sure, and just keep watching as we build. If you're curious about these things, of course, you can find us on YouTube and all that. But wouldn't it be cool if you just went to the interwebs and typed in mornings.live? Or mornings.network, excuse me. I'm getting my websites confused. We'll get there. Mornings.network. Watch this. Watch this. I'm about to amaze you all. Here it is. Mornings.network. We're building it as we go. Here we are. Our hosts. You get to see us. This is us. You click on the shows. It'll take you to the show. It'll take you to recent shows. It is true. See, if you look up here, it says in 26 minutes. It's not 26 minutes. That's because I had opened this up a while ago. I'm still looking at it, knowing that I was going to share it. Here I am. Handsome me. And all of our friends that I talk about these people. I talk about Jason Hewlett and Adam House and Cheryl Raphael Whitaker. This is us. This is the network. Check it out. And don't forget to click on things like this, like visiting the studio. I've shown this before, but this is where it all goes down here on the network, the home of Live Authority. Oh, it's not showing, but click on all the clicks. Check it out. Mornings.network. I'm going to get it right. Mornings.network. Check it out. All right. I know you guys are just like, shut up, dude, and get to the clue. Here it is. Clue number 3. Clue number 1. This person was an early member of a group that became huge but left before the world really knew him. Clue number 2. This is related to America's most famous dark romantic literary figure. What's tune? What tune, Woonan? You like the music I'm playing? This is my chill tune right here. All right, let's do it. All right, clue number 3. Woonan, do you know who this is? This is our Who's Who. Jump in, subscribe to the channel, and come join us every weekday, 7:30 a.m. for your Who in the World. The last one's got to be the giveaway. You're all going to be singing all day long. Before becoming known for movies, restaurants, and producing, this person was a sweet sensation with the hit song Good Vibrations. It's just a sweet sensation. Jump in and tell me whose birthday is today based on those clues. No, different Good Vibration. Different Good Vibration, Jess. That's a funny guess, though. There's Sully. It's just a sweet sensation. Sully gets the prize today. It's Marky Mark's birthday. It's Marky Mark's birthday. He's actor. Ted. Funny movie. Marky Mark. Yep, you got it. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Yeah, Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg, his brother, right? Who also was in, what show is he on? One of those NCIS or Blue Bloods or I don't know. You guys know the story. Marky Mark was part of New Kids on the Block to start. And he was like, I'm not into this bubblegum pop. I got to be a rapper. Ton of films. Ton of films. Absolutely. He's super famous, of course. I'll tell you one of my favorite films that he's in. I love him in the comedic roles. He tries to be an action star. He's funnier when he's comedic and better when he's comedic. The other guys, Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. One of the underrated comedy movies of our generation, in my opinion. All right. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch leading us out of here on a Friday morning. Oh, I forgot to do the compass, though. I got to get it in. It's my promise. My promise to myself and my promise to you to every day give a little bit of something to walk away with. And we'll do that right now. Here's our kindness compass. These are 5 ways to build your perspective on history this week. Ask someone about a moment that changed their life. You may learn much more than a book can teach. Remember that everyone is living through history, including you. We're all just trying to get along the best we can. Next, listen for context. Most people make more sense when you know their story. Take a look at their story a little bit before you make assumptions. Talk to someone from a different generation. Love that. Perspective is one of the greatest gifts generations can give each other. And lastly, zoom out. Zoom out. Just have that perspective. Absolutely. The thing consuming your attention today may look totally different 5 years from now. Probably will, and will feel different. So just zoom out. All right. That's it. We did it. We got through another full week of Kindness Rising every weekday morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Sully. Thank you, everyone who's out there. Roseanne, Marky Mark. Marky Mark's not out here. No, the crew that gets involved in the chat. And I hope anyone else who's out there, because I see you. You think I can't see you, but I can see you. I see my numbers. The number of people who are watching are a lot more than the people who are participating. The point is that we participate and we engage here on Kindness Rising. And I hope you will come back on Monday morning and look at things a little bit differently with me. Again, wake up with a little bit more hope for humanity. Some more high fives. Anyway, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Check them out today. Thank you for spending this part of your morning with us. I'll see you Monday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And until then, stay uncommon. and stay kind.